From the studios of Cheshire TV in Keene, New Hampshire, it's The Men's Room, a show by men, about men, and for everyone. Sponsored by the Monadnock Men's Resource Center and hosted by Damien Licata and for Seymour.
Welcome everyone to the world premiere of The Men's Room. This is our inaugural airing, and my name is Damien Licata, and this is Forrest Seymour, and we will be our co-hosts. And the show is, as our introduction says, by men, about men, and for everyone. We suspect that if you're not a man, you probably know one, and will find something interesting in our program.
And this show is sponsored by the Monadnock Men's Resource Center, which is a community-based, all-volunteer men's organization here in Keene, which works around providing men with places to feel supported, to continue a conversation about men and masculinity, and to try to prevent men's violence in our lives and our communities. And this show is a part of that effort to do so. We also offer, as a part of that mission, a support group on Sunday nights. We will give you more information about that at the end of the show, and perhaps at the bottom of the screen we will soon be seeing the URL to our website, which can give you more information as well.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. So we want. So the Damien, I'm so nice to see you here.
Thank you, Forrest.
I'm really
it's a
glad.
pleasure to be here.
It's been so exciting
fun.
getting ready for this.
Yep.
I've been a bumbling fool all day.
Have you?
Ready for this. So let's talk a little bit about what we want the show to be like for a couple of minutes here.
Sure. I mean, I think that we really what we're interested in is sort of being part of a dialogue, part of a discussion about what it's like to be a man today. What from looking at it from all different angles. We have a really interesting lineup of guests.
Yes,
from all different areas of life and occupations. All will be able to sort of offer their perspective on their particular work with men and what they encounter. So, and we hope to keep it interesting and light.
And light, that's right.
And we would encourage folks also to we'll have an email address showing up on the screen. We would encourage you to send us some email, let us know how we're doing. We're new at this. This is a new idea, and we would really like to get some feedback, give you the opportunity to sort of shape this show the way you'd like to see it as well.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm really excited about this because we've had, Damien and I and other people involved in the Monadnock Men's Resource Center have had a lot of informal conversations as well as presentations we've done at colleges and elsewhere around men and masculinity and the experience of fathers and men throughout their life cycle. And it's really exciting to be able to kind of carry this on the airwaves, and it's great that Cheshire TV and the city of Keene is providing this format here. So
yeah, it's a great opportunity, and we have when we have given these presentations, the conversations have always been lively. There's there's a lot of personal identification with this topic, and we really have enjoyed some really lively conversations. So.
Lively and hopefully controversial from time to time. Keep the energy.
Yeah. Well, whenever you get into talking about men and women or gender in general,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's bound to be controversy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, should we move on to our guest?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm really pleased that we have with us today Larry Colby. His intro goes like this. Larry Colby works as the Family Services and Father Involvement Manager for SCS, Southwest Community Services, Headstart in Cheshire and Sullivan counties. He is in his 14th year in this position. We've had the pleasure of collaborating with Larry on a couple of things in the past. Previous jobs he's had include alumni director at Keene State College, as a 6th grade teacher in Los Angeles, and an Army infantry soldier in Vietnam. He holds a Bachelor of Science and a Master's degree in elementary education. And Larry was an inaugural member of the New Hampshire Commission on the Status of Men, which we will get, I hope, a chance to talk to Larry about. Welcome, Larry.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you
joining
both.
us.
And I'm real pleased to be here for the first show of the Men's Room. and congratulations on that title.
Thank you. Thank you. That was not without some controversy.
Yeah. I told my wife I'd been asked to talk about masculinity in the 21st century. She said, "You?" I told her I was going to tell that joke. She didn't really say that.
Yeah.
I'm real pleased to be here.
She's your straight person there.
Yeah. She says, "Don't say that."
Well, we're delighted to have you here. We appreciate you coming on our first show.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of experience, obviously, in your work and as well as your personal life around things that are really crucial to men in their lives, and so I hope we get to talk about whatever comes up.
Sure.
But do you want to talk a little about your work?
The Headstart piece. Headstart's a preschool program for 3, 4, 5-year-old children and their families. Okay, and we have teachers in the classroom, of course, for the children, and we also have social workers that we call family advocates that work with the families. For the past, 7 years now, 8 years, we've made an active goal to the program to get more men involved. Dads are parents too, is what we have the informal title, I guess, of the program. And we first got together, 5 years ago now, on Central Square doing a Father's Day celebration of the family.
Yeah. You did that. That happened a few times, a couple of times.
We did it
Just
once,
the once.
I had hoped it would become self-regenerating,
Right.
and it was a lot of work to put it together, as you can imagine. And maybe it will come back. I know a number of people who were involved with it. It was a great success, asking men and others, men mainly, to talk about their father.
Yeah.
What your father meant to you, and having people there, and children, and balloons, and other organizations.
Yeah. As I recall, there were some very moving experiences that people were talking about.
Yeah.
And it was pretty well attended too. I heard.
Yeah, I was pleased with that as well, and there was a lot of openness from the city of Keene to go ahead and do that and use the space. They made it easy for us to do, and so that was a pleasurable thing. And within the context of getting men, opening the door for men to be more involved with their children, and also with their, in our case, preschool education, has been an active goal, back to dads or parents too.
Let me ask you, what in your work with, when you're talking about fathers and their involvement in the family, what have you observed as being some of the barriers to men getting more involved with their children?
There's an assumption, I think, by both men and women and sort of society, if I can use that word, that raising kids is women's work. And as that has dissipated over our lifetimes, gotten less, it's still there. It's still there. And that's held both by men and women. And so I think that general idea, education is also women's work, especially preschool education. It's much more geared to women. And when I first started doing the work and getting men into the classrooms, I noted that when a woman would come into our Head Start classroom, and if you've ever been to a Head Start classroom, go sometime, because it's a happening thing. It's just a wonderful thing to see those children loving education, dedicated teachers. What we noticed was when a woman would walk into the classroom, there would sort of be a hello, and there'd be an approach. Oh, who are you, and who's your child? Welcome.
Like when a mother came in.
Yes.
Right.
When a man would come in or a father would come in, the reaction was much more. I, as a teacher, would turn to Damien as a teacher and say, "Who is that? Who is that? Why are they here?" So there were some barriers that we had to become aware of to get down. Everyone's welcome into the classroom. Okay.
I've had that experience myself of picking up a child at daycare, for example, and someone makes sure to come up and say, have we met? Do I know who you are? And there are reasons for that.
Yes.
People are very safety conscious.
Absolutely.
Yes. And certainly that's true. And